thing to work so that I can move on with my life. Please work. I beg. What your money is worth, or it is really worth your money. It is really distracting. Leave me alone. I don't even know why you're here, Seth, but I'll just tolerate you. Hope I'm in frame. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Irama Osanwa. I'm a medical doctor and beauty blogger, and I love all things beauty, lifestyle, and just sharing anything that makes your life easier. Okay, we're going to be discussing some of the moisturizers that I love as an oily skin babe. This is our part 2 of the series of moisturizers for different types of skin. Just share with me which other skin type you'd like me to share as soon as I can. Thank you guys so much for the love on the other video. Shout out to my mom, my sweet mom. She really outdid herself. We're trying to make sure everybody watched that video, and so if you did and if you subscribed from there, thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed, repent. Okay, talking about 5 more moisturizers for oily skin, and it's going to be the same pattern. I would tell you the product, the name of the product, the pros and the cons, and just generally what I think about them, so it can help your decision on what moisturizers to get as an oily skin babe or guy. Let's go into the video. No particular order. So the first one is Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel. This is a 50 ml drugstore moisturizer that a lot of people love. It comes in this blue jar. I don't have a physical one here, and a lot of people have raved about it. There are good reviews on Reddit and so many other places on people who have used it. One of the reasons I like this moisturizer, I'll say a pro, is the water gel texture. So that's really good for oily skin, because remember, you don't want your skin to feel overwhelmed, and that moisturizer just ticks the box when it comes to the texture. Another pro of this moisturizer is how easily accessible it is. There are some lovely skincare products that usually had to maybe find in a drugstore or with stores online and supermarkets, but this one is easily and readily available. Neutrogena is a generally good brand, so this moisturizer is perfect. The reason people really like the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel is that it contains hyaluronic acid, which is really good for moisture. So you're not just helping your skin as an oily prone babe, you're also including moisturizing properties. And so a lot of people, dermatologists, skincare reviewers, and all of that really like this moisturizer. So it's worth a try if it is something if you're looking for a moisturizer that just fits the bill, especially when it comes to hot weather like ours. One con about this moisturizer would definitely be the size. It's 50 mils. Like any skincare product that is 50 mils, except if it's a serum, just makes me angry, because before you know it, it's done. If I'm using that moisturizer morning and night, in like 2 weeks or something, it's going to be done with. And I mean, the cost of things are going high, so that's just something to take note of. But I think that's like the only thing. It comes in a jar, so you're going to scoop out everything, so you have value for your money, but it's still too small in my opinion. Let's get to number 2. The second on the list, and readily my favorite, has to be this Isntree Green Tea Fresh Emulsion. You guys, I love this emulsion. Funny story, when I got it, I thought it was a toner. Don't judge me. I thought it was a toner, but I found out that it's an emulsion, and an emulsion is like a moisturizer, but it has a thinner consistency. If you can see this, the cool thing about this moisturizer is it's very lightweight, so that's a pro. You can see how it just smoothly blends on my skin. That's how perfect it is. This can also serve as a good makeup base, so I'll say that's one of the pros. So a good makeup base. Another pro of this emulsion is that it comes in a 120 ml container. So compared to the first moisturizer I just talked about, this is more than times 2 of it, so it's really worth your buy if that's something that you're considering. I also like it because once you apply this on your sunscreen, you're good to go. It's not overwhelming on the skin, and like I said, it's a good makeup base. A 10 out of 10 for me, this moisturizer. It's definitely something I would repurchase and something I would recommend for anyone with oily skin. I think the only con I would have would be the packaging. So I don't know if you can see, but this container has like some spillage from it, and so that's what happens when you use the pump. The pump is really good in terms of it being sanitary, but it just makes a mess sometimes. But otherwise, like, that's if I had to pick something wrong with this product. Otherwise, it's a 10 out of 10 for me, like I said. Third on the list is this Purito Mighty Bamboo Panthenol Cream from Purito. One thing I really like about this is the packaging. It has this lovely shade of green and white with the gray, and I'm a sucker for good packaging. Please, anything that's nicely packaged would invite me. And first look, this is a beautiful moisturizer. It's my current moisturizer because I was really trying to compare their old formulation that I've tried before and this new one. And the role of this moisturizer is to act as a moisture barrier. It's good for oily skin when it comes to its texture. So if you've noticed anything from all the things I've been saying, I really put a huge emphasis on texture, because when you're using a product, you want to make sure it's something that your skin enjoys and it's not overwhelming, because once it gets overwhelming on your skin, it can become comedogenic. So what that means is that it can make you acne prone, or it can become a source of acne for you. And so you want to make sure that whatever product you're using doesn't end up clogging your pores, so to speak, and then, leaves you prone to developing acne. Okay, so that's why you have some products you use that might break you out. There are a lot of other reasons, of course, but that's one of the reasons. Okay, so let's get to the pros of this moisturizer. One pro is this moisturizer is 100 mils. It looks like the Isntree in terms of the size. It's just 20 mils less. Another pro of this moisturizer is it's very accessible. So I got this from an online store. Many online stores have this product available, so you might not have to look far and wide just to get this product. Another beautiful pro of this moisturizer is it's light, so it's really lightweight. I think I should just try for you guys. It's a gel-like a gel-like consistency. Okay. This is how my hand with the moisturizer looks, and the one without the moisturizer. I don't know if you guys can see the difference, but it's beautiful. It has a very slight fragrance, but it is not the fragrance is not irritating to the skin. Okay, so it's a good product. The only con I have for this moisturizer is that it takes a while for it to sort of get absorbed in the skin. So when I say a while, I'm saying like maybe a minute or so. And most times when I apply it and I'm in a hurry, I have to come in front of the standing fan so that it can just absorb before I put on my sunscreen. So that's one of the cons. Like it can be very, very annoying. But otherwise, it's a good product. It's something that I can bear, especially if I'm not in a hurry. If I'm in a hurry, I might not apply this moisturizer. I might just put on my sunscreen straight up. But if it's something that, I'm not in a hurry and I just do my skincare, then I can do this. And it's also really, really good, especially in the evenings, especially on cool days. Once you wash your face and apply this moisturizer, your skin, like that moisture seal, as it says, moisture barrier, definitely will give you that. And just to prove what I'm saying, look at my skin. It's still looking that way before it gets absorbed. That's just how this moisturizer is. Otherwise, it's something that I definitely would repurchase, and I think it's a good product for oily skin. And also, people with combination skin would enjoy this product. It might not really do a lot for dry skin, so maybe not your thing, but this is a good moisturizer overall. Fourth on the list is this TM oil-free water cream. It's a beautiful moisturizer for oily skin because, like the name says, it's a water cream. So it has this water gel-like consistency that feels really cool on the skin. So it's very similar to the Neutrogena Hydro Boost or Hydro Boost water gel. Absolutely perfect for oily skin. I would say the pros are the packaging. If you know me, you know that I'm a sucker for packaging, like I said. So it has this white and pink packaging, which is really cute. It comes in a jar and also has like this spoon that you can use to scoop out the product. Another pro of this product is it comes in an 80 ml sized jar, which is not so bad compared to a 50 ml jar that I would say is too small. The only con for this product is that it's not easily accessible. First time I used this product was as a PR gift, so it was gifted to me by the brand, and after I was done using it, I couldn't repurchase anywhere because I feel like most stores don't stock up K-beauty products, so it was really hard to see it again. And so it feels like even if I recommend the moisturizer and it's beautiful for oily skin, or if I recommend it, it might not be easily accessible for most people, especially in this part of the world. So if you're in Nigeria, it might not be easily accessible to you. But if you're outside the country, or if you do order your products from outside, then it's something that I would say please go ahead and get it. Last but not the least on our list is the, you guys, sorry, I have to read it from this because it's actually a mouthful. So it's the Neutrogena All-Free Pink Grapefruit Acne Face Moisturizer with salicylic acid. This moisturizer, it comes in, I think it's about 100 ml bottle. It looks like the Isntree Green Tea Emulsion that I spoke about earlier on. Now for this moisturizer, Neutrogena really doesn't have products that they are bad at, to be honest. So this moisturizer is also a good option for oily skin. One of my favorite things about it is that it can be used as a treatment moisturizer. So that means it's targeting something other than moisturizing your skin. Moisturizer contains salicylic acid, which is amazing for oily skin. It really helps combat oil control and just gives that smooth appearance on the skin. And this moisturizer it's not just moisturizing your skin, but it's doing that as well. So that's one of the pros. I would say it's like a multi-purpose product, if you will. Another pro of the product has to be the size. So of course it's not a 50 ml product, it's larger and it will be your money's worth once you get it. The only thing that might be the problem, or one con I would say, is because it's a treatment product, if you've not been using salicylic acid before in your routine, it's not something you start using every day. And so it might just be a moisturizer that you use maybe once during the day and maybe not every day. And so that sort of defeats the purpose for an everyday use moisturizer. But as time goes on, you can use this moisturizer daily, and you can even use it morning and night, depending on how much your skin can take. But that means you may have built tolerance. So that's one of the issues I would say comes with this moisturizer. But if you're someone who has been using moisturizer and using treatments, and you just want to upgrade your routine with another moisturizer as an oily skin guy or girl, then this moisturizer would be ideal for you. It does a good job and it's high up on the list for my favorite moisturizers for oily skin. All right, guys, so that is it for our oily skin moisturizer series. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions you want to share with me, please put them in the comments. I'll be happy to go through them. And if you're dry skin combination and you're really looking out for options, please let me know in the comments as well, and I'll be happy to share everything I know and all the reviews I know as well. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and share to everyone who needs to see it. See you in my next video. Bye, guys.